Welcome back, my darlings. We are continuing to work on the pocket. If you're watching this in the playlist, yes, I did just go and rescue the bread from the oven. Marble, please do not climb on top of all my sewing stuff. There may be needles in there, and I don't want you to get hurt. He's probably just excited because there's a pile of stuff on top of my yarn tote. And if it's a soft pile of things, then he likes to sleep on it. But I believe there are currently 3 needles in there. So I don't want him to sit in there. It's a little close for the camera. Stop shaking. No shaking. There we go. Of course, I don't actually know how much this is going to hold my attention for the evening. It may not. I only have 2 pockets left to do after this, so I really should just power through. But I do also potentially have most of tomorrow. Except if I am coming down with something, I'm going to want to take a nap. Which does cut down on the time that I have available to be working with sharp needles. Procrastinators unite. Tomorrow. Of course, I'm also very tempted. I got this ridiculous. I'm going to show you. I've given up all hope of being comprehensive. Come here, you thing. There we go. I am very tempted to start this. It's a tapestry-sized cross stitch. It's very pretty. It is very large and massive with lots and lots of thread. They have thankfully finished the edge, just they've overcast it, so I don't have to do that myself, which will save me time, but very tempted. Very long project. That'll take a long time. And I've got like 6 or 7 other things that have already started that I really should finish. But sometimes, you know, you just want to start something else. But I want to at least get this one done. I've got a couple supplies in that will allow me to make better progress on a couple of the things that I've got. But just gotta get it done, It's one downside of there is an enjoyment factor with doing assembly, but when it's very repetitive assembly, and it can be a little bit, but it was more finicky before I got the glue stick thing. That has actually helped a lot with my motivation to do it. Yeah. I got the motifs actually stitched up really quite quickly, relatively speaking, but yeah. Keeping focus and motivation is sometimes harder than, well, for me it's definitely harder than just starting something. Which is something I am trying very hard not to model too much for my children, because I do want them to be able to, you know, finish things. Should be less conversation, more action, really. Right. Okay, I'm going to go back here a little bit. Still be at the back of the fabric, but that'll just give me some space to put my thing on. So, just gonna pull this off actually. There, okay. Double fold bias tape. Feels a little bit like a dirty bit of cheating, but it is effective for what I needed to do. You can actually, there's a foot you can use on a sewing machine to actually make this at home. I just bought this spool, but and quick clips. For someone that's done quilting all of twice, both of those times being hand quilting, I do find it a little bit funny how much use I get out of quilt clips for other projects. If I place the clips correctly, then I don't actually have to move them when I'm sewing. And from the sounds of things, sounds like both my boys went to sleep relatively easily. Also, possibly my husband, because I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since they stopped playing Legend of Zelda. They had been playing, my husband and the older one had been playing the co-op of Cat Quest 2. But then they finished the game, so the boys like either playing a relatively simple co-op game with their dad or just watching their dad play something if it's interesting enough. So he's got the Ocarina of Time with a resource pack overlay thing to update the graphics so it looks like what he remembers. I like giving myself a little bit of space here, just because sometimes as you're stitching the bias tape on, sometimes it shifts ever so slightly. How long this spool actually was. Okay. Get our needle back. Little foxy lady. Will I have enough? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. It looks like this side is the higher side of the two, so as long as I am in the space of this one, I should be fine on the other side. This is just a straight stitch, if I am recalling my terminology correctly. believe we are playing a bit of thread chicken here. Will I have enough? It would be really, really disappointing to have to attach more thread for like 2 centimeters of work. Or less. That would be really sad. Come on, thread, you can do it. I dropped it. Ah, there it is. I believe that is the reason why one of my brothers still refuses to sit on any couch on which I've been doing any sewing. There we go. That one is done. I'll go with the other ones that are finished to this point. I'm doing all that off camera. Oh dear. So I do a better application this time and it stays a little better. Needs to go this way. Work smarter, not harder. And got one of the plies through there. Okay. There's no way that's going to go through there nicely. There we go. That's better. Alright, that's as good a spot as any to end the video.